Guys, welcome back to my pond. Thought I'd give you a quick update, spare the moment thing, so I do apologise for any filming. So yeah, the last time I made a video I was debating whether to buy plants, which as you can see I've gone and brought some plants. The one over there that you can see now was only a little tiny thing when I got it, which was about a couple of months ago, and it's proper spread out now. And then I've gone and got a lily, and that's starting to grow. There was only one leaf on that when I brought it, so that's starting to spread out. And then there's the other two in the corner there. Thought I'd just give it a go with a couple of plants, see how it goes on. I can honestly say if anybody wants to buy plants for the pond, or people that have already got ponds with plants in, you'll know that the koi absolutely rip them to shreds. So it's just something to bear in mind. As you can see, you do get lots of bits of plant floating around in your pond, which is a good idea to have a skimmer if you've got one. I've obviously, as you can see, used to have my skimmer in the corner there. I've gone and taken the skimmer out at the moment. Not that it didn't work, it did work. It's just the way that I've got the water going into it. I was using a submerged pump at the bottom of it, which kept getting clogged up, so I need to look at possibly using it with an external filter fastened to it. So that's why I've just pulled it out for the time being until I end up getting an external filter. It's like everything to do with the pond, it's expensive. So a couple of the bigger koi just coming past, and if you can see them. On the last video I was obviously going on about the fish wire that I had running around the top of the pond. It was fastened on the top bit. It was running around on this, going all the way around the edge. I've taken it off that and I've started using these things, which is like tacks that I use for putting fascia boarding up. Yeah, does the job. Fish wire goes around, made it a bit nicer around the top, and it stops the herrings from getting in. I did mention as well about sticking a pagoda up around the pond, and somebody did get back to me about why don't you use a shade sail. It's a good idea. I've not thought about it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm still going to put the sides up for a pagoda, and then I might stick a shade sail in the middle, or I might just stick a solid roof up. We'll come across that one when I get a bit closer to doing it. But thank you for the advice on that, much appreciated. From the last time as well, I didn't have the sides fastened down. I've now bolted them down now. As you can see, I've got 8-inch bolts that are running all the way through. I've got 4 in each beam. So, as you see, it's all bolted down, and it's now, you can see it's not wobbling no more, so that's a lot better. And I've also gone and done that my filter shed. So if we just go over, we'll just have a quick look in the filter shed. So obviously I don't want to be on too long. So we'll just come in here. So there's the filter shed. Like with everything that I do tend to use scrap materials, like you say. Ponds are expensive. So I've got some felt that's left over for the roof, so I've just tagged on. The door and all around the perimeter of it is all old fencing panel. Let's use the support. And then like I say, you go inside, I've just used some polythene over that side to let some light in, and then over this side you've just got the roofing felt on, so it looks a bit like the shed, and aesthetically on the outside looks better, but it's on the scrap wood that's holding it up, but it does the job. If you're wondering what this is hose that I've got running around. Comes to here, ends there. I can plug it in up the top end of the garden stick my hose end on, and I can swirl the filter out when I need to sort it out. Now it is getting a bit cramped in here, I'll honestly say. If I just come back, you can see where everything is, and it is getting a bit cramped, but it does the job. Underneath I've got all my old piping bits which I might need for any future projects. Down here I've got a bucket with a bit of the bits that the fish have shredded up in my plants, which I'm just trying to see if I can keep on growing, and a bit of a bucket for a bin. That's my filter, my skimmer, sorry, that I made, which I'm just keeping to one side at the moment because, like I said, I don't want to get rid of it. I want to obviously get an external pump or something to see if it works better with that. I put an old stillage in so I can start sticking some of my stuff on. Got a tub which I go and buy my fish food from a place called Home Bargains, which we have in the UK. It's only about £3 on a bag. It's mixed food, mixed sticks, and I just empty the bags. I just buy a couple of bags at a time and just empty them in this big tub which the kids had for sweets. It does the job. I have got another one. I've gone and split the top on it, so that's why it's got tape on it. I have got another lid for it now. So then I've got these, which are dried mealworms. It's something that you're supposed to give birds, but the koi do like them. Right, nice little bit of a treat for them. I've been watching a couple of guys as well on YouTube that use these pure pond balls. Never really used them myself. It says pure pond balls for crystal clear water and healthy pond. Never used them myself. Was a bit dubious of them. Let's say you open the lid up. That's what they're like. They're just small black balls. If you've never used them before, those guys that do use them know what I'm on about. So when I brought them this week, I've chucked a couple in there because my water quality is not actually brilliant in the pond at the moment. So I'm hoping they'll obviously clear it up a bit. Give them a whirl. Why not? Got a little bit of. It's the only one I've got left now. I'm going to have to go out and buy some more stuff, but I've got some anti-ulcer and fluke and Finrock Cure, which, as you can see, I have had to use it. I have had a problem. I did recently have one of my fish did get some ulcers, and unfortunately it didn't survive, so I had to quarantine it. Well, yeah. And obviously got the rest of the space underneath the shelf for what's name. And if you've seen me filter set up, I've got the EasyPod filter with the built-in UV light. And if you come down here, all my piping runs out of the pond from the pump down the side here. It goes underneath the deck, comes across here, which I can get these deck boards up, by the way, if I need to. And they come back out, and it comes up the side there and goes into the filter. And you can see where the UV light's on. It comes into the filter and washes around, and then comes back out here and runs back down there and goes back to the pond. And this pipe here is for when I'm cleaning the pond out, for cleaning the filter out. That just washes out and goes straight down into a drain that's the other side of the shed. Got my air pump, which is at the back there, which I've not got on at the moment. And then if you're wondering what this contraption's for, because like I've said, my pond clarity is not brilliant, and I want to try and, when I cleaned the EasyPod filter out, which I did a couple of weeks ago, it was full of loads of sludge and gunk all at the bottom, and I'm thinking maybe to try and help get the water clarity a bit better, if I can reduce the amount of sludge that's going in there, it might help clear the clarity of the water up. So the idea is that I've built this bit of a frame here to put this tub on, and I'm going to have a sieve filter out of it and make it myself. I've ordered the foil for it. I think it's something like 200 microns. The filter is the screen that I've ordered. That should be in the next week or so, and once that comes I'm going to put that in, try and feed everything through there, so then it runs out to the bottom of there and runs through here. And I'm going to run it out the bottom by using this, which I brought it's a bottom sink drain which I'm going to stick in. There we go, what I'll stick at the bottom. That was about, I think it was about £3 odd for that. So, you know, I paid altogether something like £11 I think it was for the drain and the tub, which is not too bad. £3 for the microfoil, which I've got on eBay. So yeah, and most of the other bits of piping I should have in my tub down here that I can use. Quick look inside the filter, if we can see. There's my filter. I do apologise for my amount of time. I'm trying not to drop the phone. It's a bit odd. I'm using a Samsung Edge phone, and I don't know if anyone's got one of them, but trying to film on them with one hand is a nightmare, because as soon as you touch the edge on the phone it just knocks the filming off, so it is a bit awkward. I do apologise when we're filming, I'm not the best. And then as you can see, there's that's for the UV, and this is my power box for turning everything on and off. Like I said, the air pumps off, so if it wants it on, you just click it, and yeah, that's it. So just a quick video. Sorry it's gone on a little bit longer than I intended, but yeah, I'll come back with another video when I've made the shower there, the sieve filter. Once I've made that, I'll make another video and come back to you. But yeah, the pond ball seem to be working a bit. The water does seem to be a little bit clearer. But if anyone's got any suggestions on how to get the clarity of your water better, or on different types of food you could use in the pond, you know, what you use for your koi, or different ways in which, like you say, you get your water clear, please feel free to pass comments. Everything's appreciated. And yeah, happy ponding.